Yes. Ask your father, he's inside. Okay. Okay. Hello, friends. Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are all well and enjoying good health as I am. It's a gorgeous day today. Well, kinda. It's cloudy, but at least it's not raining. So I am back on the grind again, working on the outdoor off-grid kitchen. And guys, I'm really having fun. I am enjoying this a lot. And today I will be working on the cooking area. I will be making a traditional cooking area. I don't know if you call it a cooking area or cooking stove. We usually call it like, fireplace cooking area. Whatever you want to call it. But this is a traditional way of making the cooking area. And this is how we do it in my country and in the community where I come from. It's very simple, no fuss, and it is basically made up of mud, clay, and ashes. The ashes keeps the mud and clay together, and it makes it firm, and it also prevents the heat from going through the dirt and like causing a fire or something. So I guess the ancestors who invented this knew exactly what they were doing, so I'm following their method. And yeah, I'm really having fun doing this. I always wanted to have an outdoor kitchen since I moved on this property. I was trying to figure out where should I put it. And the next thing was we had so much things that was first priority, which had to be done. I keep putting the kitchen built back and back. And if you've been watching my video from the beginning, you would know that this area was an area that was filled with trees. Then a disease, like I think the second year we moved here, a disease just swiped through all the trees and they were all dead. Like in a year, they all were dead. Like half died a couple of months, and then a couple of months later, the next couple of them die. And we just used them for firewood. And yeah, and the spot turned out perfect because it was a good spot to have a garden and an outdoor kitchen. So it was sad to lose the trees, but it was beneficial to me so I can put my kitchen. So that's how the kitchen ended up being in that spot. So if you hear my sigh of frustration in this clip, it is because I am a little bit frustrated. As you can see, I cut the wood to the exact size, the 4 pieces that I needed, but I come to realize that the wood itself is not straight. So it doesn't matter how much I tried to put it together, it wasn't working. So I had to go get other set of wood and recut them and start all over again. But when you're doing a project that you've like basically you've never done on your own before, because yes, we build those things, but I helped build it. I never did it on my own. It's always a learning experience, and yeah, I'm learning. I've built a lot of things. This is not the first time I'm building something. I like building things, but next time I will learn when I go to the lumber yard to pay more attention to the pieces of wood that I choose, because the 2-piece on the 1 piece of wood is a new piece, and the other pieces of wood are wood that I had from last year, and this wood is better than the new pieces of wood that I bought. So it was just a waste of money because they all were not completely straight, and they were just a pain in the neck to get them all straight. But as you can see, I figured it out, you know, and so I was able to get them straight and good. And now I'm ready to make the base. I am using some bark from trees. They are from pine trees that we got from a friend's farm. So we got the trees and we cut up the trees for firewood, and we took the bark off, and this is what I'm using the bottom. The bark is actually good to start fires, and it is also good to cook. So I have a whole bunch of them, and this is a good way to utilize it in the bottom there. And I will be layering the bottom with the bark. Then I will be putting dirt. The dirt will be a little bit damp, and the clay soil. So you're gonna take the top soil, then you're gonna take the kind of bottom soil when you dig in the hole. It was pretty dark when I was digging the hole. I got the clay from another part in my property, as you can see there. So that's why I didn't show you guys the video, but I did dig the area the day before, and I got some really nice clay. And then at the top I got the topsoil, which is much darker than the bottom part. And then something else I didn't show you guys is I have some other small pieces of wood besides the bark that is in between the bark, the tree bark, before I put the soil at the top and start pounding it. And this was a 2-day process of compactment. As you can see here, I am pouring the dirt in, and yeah, and this is the first pour, and then I'm gonna compact it, and then I'm gonna leave it for a couple of days so it can settle. Not a couple of days, I left it for a day, and then it settled, it went down, and in the evening time I compact it again. And then the other day I did the top, the very top, and I add the ashes at the very, very top. But there's also ashes like in between, but you can't see it because I was kind of dark when I was filming those parts. It kept getting cloudy, and as you can see in the video, it kept getting like kind of darkish outside. So anyways, you get what I'm telling you guys. So I know some of you might be saying, oh my goodness, that may cause a fire. Don't worry guys, this have been done for centuries. This would not cause a fire. By you compacting it together like this, it is becoming a solid block, and the ashes and the clay and the topsoil, it's preventing it from becoming like a heat transfer. It just becoming solid, and the heat is not gonna go through it, and it's not gonna burn the bottom of the wood. It works perfectly, so don't worry, I'm not gonna burn down the outdoor kitchen. So it's 2 days later, and the rain has finally stopped, and today is supposed to be nice and hot. I think it's going to be like 30 degrees today, which is going to be really hot. So I'm taking the opportunity to finish the outside kitchen. Not really finished, but whatever I can get done today. And today I am making the cooking area, and this is a traditional way of making a cooking area using clay mixed up with dirt, topsoil, and you're gonna compact it, add ashes inside the clay, and also you're gonna be adding ashes on top once you're finished with it. So this is what I'm doing, and like I said, this is a traditional method. That's what we've been using since I was a child. That's how we make these kinds of cooking area in our home, and in the village where I live, this is how everybody make it. So please tell me in the comment section how you make your cooking area in your village, and if you do the same thing that I do or you do something different. I would love to hear from you guys. So I'm using these blocks that I have because I have a lot of them around the property. I met them here when we bought the house, so I can use stones too, but these blocks are available, so I'm just going to use them because they're the perfect size and it's just available. Someone use them, but usually we use like stones, like 3 stones, and then you kind of settle your pot on the stove. But I'm using this clay. It's a kind of clay brick like. It's very easy to break if you want to make other things with it. This is made from red clay. So yeah, that's what I'm using to set the pot on top. And as you can see, I'm putting 3 blocks on top of the other, and I'm making, like, you know, similar to the 3 stone setting. And then I'm using them also on the sides to prevent the fire from hitting the wood. Today I'm making some comfort food from back home in my country because I miss it so much. We was out far away from home, and we end up buying some sweet potatoes and some green bananas, and we had a nice dinner with half of it, and the rest I was like, I'm leaving half to make a traditional dinner. So traditionally we would boil our potatoes and our green bananas, and then we would leave it to cool, or sometimes we leave it overnight, and the next day we have it for breakfast. And you would cut it up in pieces like you see, and then you would fry it until the outside is crisp, and you can have that with some nice cocoa tea or any tea of your choice. You could do it alone, but it is better when you have fresh fish. So I also picked up some fresh fish, and I'm gonna make that with my fried bananas and fried sweet potatoes. Oh, I am so excited to eat that. I haven't eaten this kind of food in years. Being away from my country, it's something that I miss a lot because I don't get to enjoy a lot of the traditional foods that we eat back there. But whenever I get that opportunity to travel, especially when I go over to the US, and you know, you can get anything there, I just stock up on things and I come home and I make a lot of traditional meals. So this is what I'm doing today. So we've been having so much rain this summer that it has become impossible to film outdoors because you know the situation, YouTubers out there. If you have those kinds of cameras, you cannot get them wet or else they will be ruined. And you know how expensive those cameras are, and you don't want that to happen. So filming has been a problem for me because of the continuous rain. And the other thing is the mosquitoes. When it rains, the mosquitoes come out in droves, and so you'll be out there just like slapping mosquitoes and making a very annoying video of you hitting mosquitoes. So that was the next problem. I mean, every other day it rained, or sometimes it rained like all week, or sometimes it just rained like twice. We had sun twice a week and rain the rest of the week. So like 2 days of sun and 5 days of rain. So it's just been a crazy summer. So I've decided to invest in a GoPro. I've been looking at it for a long time, and finally, yay, I see it's on sale. And so I just grabbed that up. So now I have lots of videos that I just keep filming and filming and filming. But guys, they are coming. So let's unbox this GoPro. So I was so excited to use the GoPro because of the amount of rain, and I've used it to film later on that day, and it worked really well because it was raining and there was no problem. I could just go there and film, and you know, it was just great. But one thing I must say is when you're getting a GoPro, make sure you have multiple batteries, because if you're filming in high definition, the battery tends to go really quick. So even having like 4 batteries will be good. With my 2 batteries, I can film for an hour and they're finished by the hour because I film in 2.7K. And if I film in 4K, it's like in half an hour. That's it. Sometimes 20 minutes. That's all I can get. But the quality of the video is excellent. And as I said, you can film in any weather. It doesn't matter what. Another con that I found out was I traveled and with the GoPro, and I went into the city and it was a very hot day, and a couple of times the GoPro went out because it says GoPro is too hot. So that was one of the problem I noticed. But otherwise, I like it. It works fine. It's small. It can go in a lot of little places. It is very expensive if you buy it when it's not on sale, but if you wait for the sale, it's worth it, I think. And if you're going to be a YouTuber making lots of video, and if you want to make video in all kind of weather and you don't want to carry your big camera around, and you know, especially when it's raining, that's good. And you can put like a big card inside of it, so you don't have to worry, like, you know, to stop filming because you run out of space. And it's small, you know, it's almost like having your phone in a way. And I like it because most of the times I run out of space on my phone, but with the GoPro I use a 256 gig card and it works amazing. I don't have to worry about filming, just the battery. And one other thing that I loved about it is that the plug for the GoPro, you can use it in your car. So if you're going out with your GoPro, you can actually charge your batteries inside of your car. So I'm just throwing this information out there to any of you new YouTubers who are not familiar with GoPro and you want to get one. Okay,